looks like we're settling in at about 6.5 miles an hour. Once you get out of the current of the bay and the river there, your speed drops down a little bit and you start to feel like you're dragging a little. At least this boat does, but no problem. 6.5 will get it done, and it's an absolutely gorgeous day. It is like your backyard pond out here. Man, this is ideal. This is what it's like when you plan ahead a little bit and look at the weather. Maybe I'll start doing that more. I saw my first dolphin of this adventure. He's breached right out in front of the boat there. We'll be seeing a lot of those, I'm pretty sure, once we get to Florida. They're kind of hard to catch because you just got to be, usually how it goes is you see some breaching and you're like, well, they'll probably breach again. You know, so you turn your phone on and then sometimes they breach right in front of you. So yeah, they're not easy to catch, but it's possible. I've done it. If you look back on my channel, if you're bored, you'll find it. Winter Beagle escapes. We're gonna just take the channel down to a certain point and cut over. I'll show you when we get there. Good morning, Lazy. What are you doing? I guess I'll let you go out there. It's so calm. I figure I got a little time here, so I'll show you some stuff. So last night at Little Sand Island, I secured the scooter better, kind of pulling everything up to the front because I watched the footage from 5 years ago and the scooter was flopping around because I didn't have it properly tied down. I lost a really nice container with a nice stainless steel grill, went flying off, and so I secured my anchors. I pulled up the bumpers and emptied the dish bucket. I brought a bunch of stuff in too that could possibly just go flying if we ever got into some hectic weather, but knock on wood so far, I think we're gonna have a beautiful crossing today. The other thing I'll try to show you here, guys. So right there is an island. It's kind of like an atoll. It's, I think, if I'm seeing it correctly on the images, it's got water. It's like an atoll. I'll show you a picture, like you would think of a South Pacific atoll. And it's sitting out here kind of at the northern end of the bay, Mobile Bay. And I'm curious about it. I'm gonna try to look it up, you know, before I make this video and see if there's any information about it, what it is. Is it a wildlife sanctuary? Is it man-made? Is it natural occurrence? You know, I don't know. But right now, it feels like it could be a refuge if you ever got into trouble out here, like a squall or something, and you needed to go towards some dry land. When I say atoll, it's meaning it's kind of ringed out like that, if you can see. And we'll be passing right by it. There is this gigantic ship out there on the horizon. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. It's like a battle cruiser there. And we're kind of on a crash course. But we're both moving slow enough, I think I'll probably get out of his way by the time he gets here. I'm scaring off the birds here. We're gonna do a close pass of this green can, number 51, whatever that means. I hope this whole video doesn't come across as a slow news day. Because it's just such a perfect crossing. I'll take it. I love it. Oh look. There's the dolphins I was talking about. They just breached. Let's see if they come back, just like I was saying. Come on back, guys. All right, well, I'll turn back to you. So, this ship, this world-class destroyer, whatever it is coming at us quicker than I was expecting. So we are staying far out of its way and getting off in the side of the shipping lane and letting it pass. it just does not do it justice on camera how big these ships are. They're absolute monsters. It says Navios Allegra. Navios Allegra is the name of that ship. Pretty cool. And we're only 12 feet of water, which is pretty, get off the channel, it comes up real quick. Still plenty for us, but. Another little rare feature I'll try to point out here is there's a, I do believe this is a lighthouse. This is an old lighthouse kind of out here in the middle of Mobile Bay. We passed pretty close to it 5 years ago. I'm going to put a link in the description of that video. But we're going to, and we passed south of it last time, we're going to pass north of it this time. And let me show you what we're doing. Okay, so our plan is to just cut straight across at a diagonal of this point because it eventually goes down to the intercoastal right here. Right there. So, yeah, just, I think this is like at least 6 feet out here. We're going to find out. There's another structure out here, a rare one. Okay, so after we pass that ship there, now we're just going to take this angle straight down to the ICW, and hopefully it's going to work. You can see how quickly it comes up. I mean, it's not like we're in danger of hitting the bottom, but it's, you know, comes up to 13 feet. It'll probably come up even less by the time we get there, but all we need is 2 feet. Now, Navionics says that for some reason my settings are on meters, and I had to look it up, but we're, you know, it's a couple meters, 2 to 3 meters. And I think that's what it comes out to, 3.33 feet per meter. So we're in almost 3 meters of water right now. Well, this is like a night and day experience, guys. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can barely see the entrance, or at least the land where the entrance is to the ICW. And I even got a waypoint, you know, a visual waypoint to kind of aim towards. And the conditions are amazing. The wind's picked up, you know, a little, but no big deal. This is probably the 1 foot waves in the 5 knots variable that they're predicting today. And this is an absolute piece of cake, as you can see. So I am so happy about this, because 5 years ago, that was, you know, I probably wasn't as scared as I should have been. There was a Coast Guard helicopter following me all the way across. I never put those two together until later when I looked at the footage, but yeah, this is an absolute blessing today. We'll probably be in the ICW by early afternoon. 1 or 2 is my guess. The barge is even balanced right now where I don't even have to steer it. It's like it knows where it's going. It's just aiming towards the ICW right now. It's just kind of between the waves, a little bit of waves, a little bit of winds, and the way I've got it steered, I'm just standing here and it's just holding course. It's amazing. Okay guys, just checking in with you here. So this would be the eastern shore of the bay, like where Fairhope is. And we're in sight of, I can actually make out houses and piers and stuff. And you won't be able to really see it, but about right there is the intercoastal, the entrance to it. And 5 years ago, we came all the way down to the bottom, and we were getting a north wind, a northeast wind, and just getting hammered. And it's just because I wasn't paying any attention to weather. I just kind of, today's the day we're gonna leave, and you know, but today, gorgeous. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Not a ripple on the water. It's absolutely perfect, ideal. You could surf a piece of plywood across this bay today. hey guys, so we're sitting here at anchor, right inside of the Georgia state line. I'm making a chicken sandwich, and I wanted to show you guys this. Okay, so we've had this for about, a month or so now, and I don't know how we've lived without it. It keeps stuff frozen. So there's frozen shrimp. Someone gave us a bunch of frozen shrimp. It's still frozen. Got a bunch of frozen hamburger down there. Frozen cheese. We're on the refrigerator side. I keep all my thises and that's. Cold beer, heavy whipping cream, eggs, cheese, chicken, butter, and it's a piece of cake. If I ever feel like I need to turn the temp down on the freezer side, I'll just do it right now. Mode. Go over to the freezer side. Clickety click. That's it. It'll start blinking in a second. What if I want to go over to the refrigerator side? I just go clickety click. That's it. And it hardly uses any electricity. Our solar system hasn't even known it's there. Right now its batteries are tip-top. So I would say, if you guys want to keep stuff cold and frozen on your shanty boat, your camper, your schoolie build, what have you, check out the Icecos. They have loads of different models. We got this one because we did some research. You know, they offered really any model we wanted. I really liked the one that also has the freezer. This size, of course, works perfect for the shanty boat, but they got lots of different ones: smaller, bigger, medium size, all freezer, all refrigerator. I could actually turn both of these into a refrigerator or both into a freezer. So they're very versatile. So I'm not the best salesman in the world, guys, but I'll tell you, if you see me talking about something on this channel here, it's because it actually works. And if it didn't, I wouldn't have room for it. I would just kick it right out of our lives. So this Iceco cooler, I'm so glad we have it. It's been a game changer, and I don't know how we made it this long. We were using Yetis, and Yeti still does have its purpose. Like when we take the fishing boat over to Isle Royal and stuff, where I don't have all the solar, but you know, when you've got some power, 12 volt or 110 on a boat or a camper, Iceco's is the way to go. So check them out. Link in the description, and a discount code, 12% discount code if you go through the link in our description. Its discount code is Wavey. So, okay guys, back to the video. Oh my goodness, do you want a treat? Oh my goodness, do you want a treat? Yes or no, you want a treat? So we're less than an hour from the entrance to the Intercoastal, Gulf Shores, and it just could not have gotten any easier than this. I think we just got a mild tailwind to push us a half a mile an hour faster. It's just amazing. Oh, this is just amazing. Hardly a ripple. And I can see the entrance to the ICW right there. Amazing. Okay, so we are trying to pick up the Intercoastal here, which we're really close, you can see. And the depth starts to come up. And there probably is a mound. There's mounds on either side of the channel here. So I'm just going to show you this really quick. The Intercoastal is just right there with that indentation in the two hills there. And yeah, once we get on here, I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, see, we're just getting onto the Intercoastal channel, and we're starting to gain some depth. We're coming into the entrance, Gulf Shores, and I just saw two dolphins breach Come on, guys. Come back out. That would just be so perfect. Oh, well, we'll see plenty. Almost to Florida. We're going to go to Lulu's or somewhere close. And that's how you do it, guys. You pray, you study the weather, and you stay until as long as you need to, and cross over on a good day during these open water crossings. That's how you use a shanty boat on the Great Loop. It's key. It's really the only place that it doesn't do better than most boats because of its shallow draft. So keep that in mind. We'll keep working on it. Pros and cons list. Somebody's getting excited. That's a good spot for you. So that's the world famous Lulu's. For those that don't know, that's Jimmy Buffett's sister, who owns, or owned at least, Lulu's. Here's Wavey, pulling on her leash as always. I have her tied up to my belt. Okay, we are in. I'm finding out more and more by the minute, really. I posted on Facebook and people chimed in. I live across the street. I can see it from my window. So this is I'd call it an abandoned marina. It was some kind of development that it really didn't take off. Across the ICW there is, they call it the wharf. Very fancy, as you can tell. Lots of nice boats, lots of nice condos and buildings. There's a little kind of village over there. We're going to go over there later today. And I guess they bought this. I think that kind of happens a lot around here is, you know, there's two competing factions trying to get everyone's business, and then eventually one wins out, and then, you know, the other one sells out to the other one. Something like that. You see that a lot here. I'll try to point it out as we're going. But anyways, we pulled up here. We got plenty of depth. There's like 6-7 feet. The bar comes up to like 5 feet. Perfect. And we got our own little beach here. Got places to tie up. Tied up. The tide isn't too bad, so we're not, you know, I purposely had it set out like that in case the tide does go out beneath us. And I'm going to take this little spoiled brat on a walk, and I'm going to show you some of this other area here. Stay tuned. Come here, brat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, wait for me. You know, one of the coolest things about the loop and adventures like this is about the time you start getting used to, you know, a part of the trip, you know, like the rivers. We were just on the rivers, you know, and you know, get off the Mississippi, and it's kind of rejuvenates your interest and your excitement, because now you're on a different river, or you're on the Kentucky Lakes, and then you get on the Tin Tom. Now, so far, I can say, because I've done it twice, the Tin Tom is awesome, and it has a unique, one-of-a-kind offering for the loop, which I will go into as we get to those videos. You probably have seen it by now if you're watching this. But the Tin Tom goes on and on and on. And then it starts getting towards the bottom, and it just starts snaking around and going on and on. So yeah, about the time you get to Mobile and you get across Mobile and you get into the intercoastal, I'm speaking for myself here, you just start getting excited again, because it's like, it's just this whole other type of adventure that opens up. So we're going to be in Florida here for a while. I mean, I might as well go into a different chapter on the Great Loop on a shanty boat. So I'm kind of thinking about it now, but it's going to be something like, you know, Winter Beagle Pause, or Winter Beagle chapter. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I probably already figured it out by the time you're watching this. You're always playing with time when you're making these series. So, okay, enough yapping for now. I'm gonna turn the phone around. I'm gonna show you guys this whole complex, which I think is in the stages of being developed. Okay, I didn't know this, you know, last night when I got here. I was just kind of speculating on what's going on. You know, there used to be something here. Well, you know, here's some docks that are pulled out, obviously. More docks. Cement pillar thingies. There's the wharf across the street. Now this area, I don't know what this used to be, honestly. I mean, maybe it was nothing. Maybe they cleared out the trees. Though I think it was some kind of development, because I'm going to show you over here a road coming in and then this adjacent property, which I do believe the wharf bought as well. I'll show you what's driving Wavey crazy here. So there's all sorts of deer print coming through here. Little Florida deer. And beagles can just smell that from a mile away, and she just has to stick her nose into every single one of them. Because we're not out for a walk, we're tracking things, according to Wavey. Okay, this is a creek. I did look it up, but I forgot. I will put it on the screen here when I make the video. But yeah, there's like a little, it's kind of high tide right now. There's like, used to be an old school bridge right there going over to this property. And there's this building over there. It's, man, I'd love to have that building on my property. You'll see in a minute. You could do anything. You could build an aircraft carrier in there. But yeah, this creek keeps coming up here. This is a nice bridge. They wouldn't have built this bridge unless, you know, at one time there was something over here already. It would be interesting to know. I bet you there are people who know. Maybe they'll comment. Maybe I'll, before I even make this video, and I'll put it in here. But yeah, nice little creek. Probably loaded with fish of some sort, maybe several types. And then they're doing, Wavey's going nuts because she picked up on something. Oh jeez. When she starts making that yiping noise, then you know she's on to something. And then she'll start screaming. Okay, so Wavey, please stop. I'm trying to make a video. They're working on this place. They've got a bunch of machinery in here. They've torn up really nice parking lots. It was like cobblestone parking lots. There's piles of it over there. Because, you know, yesterday it was Sunday. They weren't here, so I was able to walk around a little bit. And I should have got some footage then, but I was taking a break. Sometimes you got to put the camera down to keep your sanity, you know. But yeah, they're working on this place, and they're going to turn it into something. And I'll bet you it'll be popular because it's Florida, and there's not enough room down here for all the people who want to live here. So, but yeah, I'm not going to disturb these guys. I was going to go in and show you some more details here, but I'm gonna head back to the boat. Actually, guys, I changed my mind. We're just gonna go through here. I want to show you guys the inside of this building here. Yeah, all those piles of ripped up concrete, rebar. Those are piles of rebar over there. And yep, big undertaking. Okay, let me show you in this building. They're just using it for storage, right? You know, at this point, but and it was quite the industrial. Wonder what they did in here. It's got holes in the ceiling now. Progress just never sleeps. You know, progress. Sometimes it's progress, and sometimes it's just creative destruction, I think, where you've got something that just outlived its usefulness in the era it was profitable, I guess. One of the tenets of capitalism. And then something else comes along and they've got a different use for the land and the space, and they tear it down and they start over again. The endless cycle, I guess, until it ends. We might be seeing that now. Who knows? This wall has some like burning, like it had exhaust on it once, which makes me think maybe there was a fire here, or there could have been a furnace. I think there was a fire. Yeah. It looks like kind of the remnants of a fire, maybe. Well, where did your nose lead us? I haven't even been paying attention. Oh, to a dead end. Okay, guys, we are going to probably jump in the kayak here for the first time. We've had it since Tennessee, and all it's done is just travel behind us, being towed along. Tow's great, though. And we're going to go across over to the condos and the wharf, which I think is, just to me, just seems like if like a town was like a Wendy's dining room, that would be the wharf. It looks very intentionally designed. Its own little self-contained world over there. So, okay, let's go check it out. Stay tuned. Come on, Beagle. I know. You would just sniff all day. No! Oh, please. It's Attack of the Killer Beagle.